Channel, it's set rankings time, and possibly for the last time with AEW Unmatched Series 13.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another AEW set rankings. And today we're ranking Jazwares AEW Unmatched Series 13 from my least favorite to my favorite. But of course, for all your Series 13 needs and all your AEW Jazwares needs at this point, make sure you hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Gotta get a deal out there. And we're going to do this countdown like we do all the other countdowns on the channel. We got 5 figures here. We do have the 1 of 5,000 version of Kyle Fletcher as part of this. So we got 5 figures. Going to start at number 5, work our way to number 1. Number 1 being my absolute favorite from Unmatched Series 13. And as I always have to say, this is my list. Put your list in the comments down below. And a bittersweet one here, as for all intents and purposes, the way things are looking, this is the final regular AEW line release. Now, we've had Unrivaled, we've had Unmatched figures. It looks like this is the end of the road. This one just barely got through over the gate to get released. We have ringside exclusives to look forward to. We got a major exclusive with Mark Sterling. We got the Jazwares Vault figures and Ring of Honor Vault figures. And I am sure we're going to see some more ringside exclusives and Vault exclusives throughout the rest of the year. But as far as our regular sets, our regular releases, this is the end of the line here, like a young traveling Woolberries. And I will say, put my collector's hat on, a lot of times these very end of lines are very hard to get on the aftermarket down the line. I have to imagine this set not produced in very high numbers. It'll be interesting to see future value on this set, because most sets that come out of all different toy lines, the last set a lot rarer. These aren't going to Target. They're not going to Walmart. They basically could be called a ringside exclusive at this point. I'm not sure if they'll throw some on the Jazwares Vault eventually. Could they head to Ross, TJ Maxx's, things like that in the future? That is a possibility for sure. But it is going to be interesting to see what happens with this set. As this set, if it is the last set, and I really do think it will be, left us with some pretty hard hitters right here. Now, Kyle Fletcher, one a lot of people want, currently out on the sidelines. He just missed getting modded or molded, whatever you want to call it, his hair. Making his hair bald. He's got the new bald look now. It's an old version. So it's too bad. If he could have been designed just a couple of weeks later, maybe we would have had 2 different heads for Kyle Fletcher, which would have been great because you could have had a hair one and a hairless one. Unfortunately, not going to be in the cards here. We'll see what happens in the future. Maybe one of those other exclusives could happen. But a lot of people excited to get Kyle Fletcher here. I'm very excited about Chris Statlander. Great to have her back in the line. We got the alien version once upon a time. Got a more updated look at the very end. Very cool to see that. Hook. They sent Hook again for like the 7th time. We've had a lot of Hook figures. And once again, we get some newness with this Hook. So that's a lot of fun there. And then Kenny Omega, another guy. And I should do the math one of these days. Who had the most figures from Jazwares? Kenny Omega has to be up there. Darby Allin is up there for sure. I don't know. Kenny Omega easily probably takes it, but I'd have to look. The Young Bucks had a lot of figures. Sting had a decent amount of figures. MJF's had a decent amount. Danhausen had a good run, not towards the top, but he had a good run. A lot of figures for a lot of characters. And one of the downfalls from the line, maybe, maybe not, depends how you look at it, could have been we didn't get enough talent. They have so much talent on the AEW roster. There's a lot more people they could have got, but putting that business hat on, you got to go with the heavy hitters that people know, because as much as we like some of the deep cut characters, do they move the needle in action figure? Probably not. But we're going to do it. We're going to dive in once again, start at the end, work our way to number 1. This is my list. Put your list in the comments down below. 5 figures here. We're going to dive into it. Pretty easy for me here. I like the colors on this one, but the head sculpt is where we lose it. It is Kenny Omega. I know it's Kenny Omega still, but it looks like he's transitioning into a werewolf is what it looks like to me. It's okay for what it is, but we've had a lot better Kenny Omega figures, or head sculpts, we should say. And somebody's got to be last place, and unfortunately it's Kenny. I do like the orange and the green, though. Very, very colorful. this will stand out in the Kenny Omega collection. So Kenny, an easy number 5 for me. Now, number 4 for me, I'm going to Hook. They're sending Hook in at number 4 here. I like the updated title belt. Not sure we really needed an updated one, and one of the old ones would have been just fine, but cool for what it is. Updated tattoos, even though it looks a little bit strange, maybe with some of the colors. He does have that dreaded bobblehead, but we did get a new head for him here. And then unfortunately for me, your mileage may vary. His calf was around. I had to heat him up and do a little dissection on him, move some things around. So I had some issues in the quality control department with my Hook. As I said, your mileage may vary on that one. Is what it is, though. But Hook, a very good Hook on the way out. I think my favorite Hook still is the ringside exclusive that came with the bag of chips, the sunglasses, and the hoodie. That's a pretty fun one. But not a bad piece of business in his New York Mets one as his last figure, we'll see, from the Jazwares brand. So that's 5. That's 4. Now we're to number 3, and this is where we hit our old friend Kyle Fletcher. Us Kyle's got to stick together. We're going to go regular release Kyle Fletcher here. He got plenty of different hands here to make him as different as possible, but man, even if we couldn't have got the buzzed haircut head, I wish we would have had a different head with a different face on it to make these feel a little bit more different than they actually are. It's okay for an earlier version of AEW Kyle Fletcher, but I think a lot of us want the one in the suit, maybe as a Street Gear figure, or what he looks like now with the, the TBS championship and all points in between. Doesn't look like that's going to happen, unfortunately. So I'm going to go with this one at number 3, which I'm going to go 1 of 5,000 and number 2. I prefer the white. Usually I like the black color better. This one pops with the white and the red. For whatever reason, I do prefer this one. This is the 1 of 5,000. It'd be interesting to see how hard this one and how expensive this one will be in the future. But that leaves the Alien Chris Statlander, I should say Alien No More. A much more modern version of Chris Statlander. A lot of fun with this one. Some great hands with her, but a beautiful soft goods robe that takes it really to the next level here. Very cool to get this Chris Statlander. And we saw the mania about on eBay, how this was like over $1,000 loose as people were thinking it was going to be unreleased, so they wanted a chance at it. And then Ringside went with the pre-order, and I don't know whatever happened with that. If anybody ever paid that money on that, I'm not sure. But as far as Chris Statlander figures go, a very good one. I prefer it over the Alien one, as most of us would, but a fun figure. So an interesting lineup here. I wouldn't say it was the best set ever. It's actually a figure short or 2 figures short, depending how you look at it. From a normal set, it feels like this one just barely squeaked out. And it'll be interesting to see how hard this set and this series here is going to be in the long run, because it seems to be a ringside exclusive at this point here. I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening. But it is the last probably rankings video for the Jazwares AEW brand. We've done them all here on the channel. We've had a lot of fun unboxing these pure lines here, but we will continue on. We'll get these vaults. We'll get the Ring of Honor ones, the ringside exclusive, the Mark Sterling in the future. We'll unbox all those on the channel. So I guess stay tuned for more of that in the near future. But there it is, Unmatched Series 13 set rankings. I would love to hear your set rankings in the comments down below. You're going to pick up this set, easy pass for you. What's your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, or I should say channels, 2 YouTube channels to subscribe to. Make sure you subscribe to both of those. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com, which is the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, available wherever podcasts are found with video cast on YouTube. And also don't forget my 2 books, The Complete Guide to the ECW Original San Francisco Toy Makers and The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstars series, both available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. So for AEW Unmatched Series 13, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
I never seen you looking so gorgeous as you did tonight. I never saw you shine so bright. You were amazing.